I think there's always the saying that any man can make a child, but it takes somebody special to be a father. And it confuses people sometimes because when I talk about him, I say my dad, and they say, well, wait, I thought you said that he was your stepdad. No, he was my dad. We decided to go on vacation one year down in Mexico. We had only been there for a few hours, and we were out swimming in the ocean, saw a crowd gathering down the beach a few hundred yards, and saw Bill laying there with people trying to resuscitate him, and nobody really knew what had happened, waiting on an ambulance. They're trying to drive the ambulance down the beach in sand. It was chaos. I knew he was gone, but was hoping that something could be done. This is going to sound bad, but it never ends because you get through all of those, this will be the first Christmas without that person, or this will be the first birthday without that person. And people who haven't gone through that think that, in 6 months or a year, you should be okay and be over this and not have bad days. And that's just not the case, and it's not normal. You think you make it through those first milestones and everything's fine. Well, you make it past that first year and kind of that haze lifts, and those second anniversaries or that second year is when things really hit you hard. I think maybe because it's the finality of it that's settled in. It probably took me a year before I started getting involved and going to group, and I tell people that I got dragged into it kicking and screaming, and I didn't want to go. I was fine, right? I mean, that's what everybody kind of says. I'm fine, don't need it. But it was the best thing that I ever did, and best thing that we did as a family, because I don't think that we would be where we are now without Lost and Found. And my advice to a lot of people is make sure you keep talking about that person and keep that memory alive. Don't try and push it away to the back of your mind. If I've had a friend or somebody that's lost somebody, I think the best lesson that I've learned, and I think I stumbled across it, is ask that person to tell you about the person that they lost, because I don't think that happens a whole lot. I think a lot of times the person who is feeling the loss is comforting other people. Having an event like a loss happen, life is not going to be the same. It's going to be different, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. It gives us the opportunity to maybe be a different person, to grow and learn from that, and try to do things in the memory of that person that would make them proud. Almost daily, a lot of the decisions I make, or I think about how to handle a situation, I say, what would Bill do?